Low fat, low carb, Atkins, South Beach, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. If you're like me, you have tried them all and then some. But what if you could never go on another diet and still lose weight and achieve optimal health? As I found out, the answer may be in your genes. Does this look like diet food? Potatoes, bacon, butter.
Oh gosh, that's the one I want to jump into.
Dr. Ellen Fisher says any food that's not processed can be good for you. It all depends on your metabolic type.
You have a requirement that is as specific as your fingerprint, and that's the whole thing.
Dr. Fisher is an anesthesiologist, and after being diagnosed with diabetes 24 years ago, she began studying nutrition to keep herself off insulin. She says her science-backed program has been helping people get healthy ever since.
We base it on the theory that every single person has a genetic requirement for food to be healthy. And what we do is we test them and we call the result their genetic metabolic identity.
No blood is drawn. This test is a lengthy questionnaire about food, eating habits, emotional and physical health. She says you're one of 3 categories.
And what we say is that you either prefer more carbs, you prefer more proteins and fats, or you're a mixed. You want to eat the optimal foods and eliminate as many that are not good for you as you can.
Processed food and refined sugar, the first things to go. Dr. Fisher says the focus is on eating real food.
And people are like, butter? I can eat butter. That's the beauty. Yes, you can, and it's healthy for you. It's a healthy fat. Margarine, any of those processed spreads, those mixed spreads, all of those are altered and processed. Butter comes from real food.
Those with heart disease or a family history of it may want to trade that butter for some avocado. After learning what to eat, figuring out the proportions is next. Are you a carb identity?
It's obvious there's more carbs on here. This is about 60% of a carb, 40% of a protein.
Or are you protein dominant?
And they need 70% protein, 30% carbs.
Maybe you're a mixed type. Dr. Ellen says that's the most common metabolic type.
50% carbs, 50% proteins and fats.
I mean, this looks like a big meal that would be something, oh, I can't have that. There's no way.
You can get away with eating foods like this, and I don't even use the words get away with it. These are optimal for you because of your genetic background.
Time for dinner. Again, the meals look similar, but it's the ratio of carbs to proteins to fats that changes.
And how do you really know that you're eating the right fuel? It's how you feel after you eat. Are you full, craving, stuffed? Are you energetic or sleepy or hyper? And the last is, are you balanced in your emotions?
Dr. Fisher says eating like this will lead to realistic weight loss.
Realistically, you can lose a half a pound to a pound a week. That's 52 pounds in a year.
She says keep the focus on health, not the number on the scale.
People stop thinking about losing the pounds, counting the calories. They feel good, they sleep better, they come off medication. Who wouldn't want that?
Dr. Fisher says she's trying to educate people to be mindful when they eat. We all mindlessly eat. We know that. That got us into the weight problem to begin with. She says think of food as fuel. Focus on pure, whole foods. She says that's what helped her reverse her diabetes, type 2, and regain her own health. Prices for Dr. Fisher's customized nutrition plans range from $375 to $1,100, depending on how in-depth you want to go. Now, join us coming up at 5:35. We're going to do a Facebook Live. We'll answer any questions you have regarding your genetic metabolic identity and give you some helpful snack alternatives to keep you on the right track. Michael?
Kelly, thank you.